now I will start the game. Okay, 30 seconds. So 3, 2, 1. So you guys have 30 seconds to memorize these 5 words. Guys, you have to memorize the word because later on I will just pick anyone randomly. Yeah. Okay, so time's up. So I will let you see the another slide. Okay, so now is the 5 antonyms for the word sensational. Yeah. Time start. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So we will begin the game. So I will now just pick any guests or members to try the game with. Okay, so anyone wants to try? Or I will just pick anyone. I think I will just pick Biyang. Biyang, where's Biyang? Sorry. Yeah, are you here? Okay. Yeah, so can you please tell one word for the word sensational?
Sensational.
Synonym out of the 5 words that I just mentioned in the slide.
Synonym.
Yeah, synonym.
Super.
Yay! Okay, so now I will just pick Sashmir.
Synonym. Synonym.
Yeah, so what's the
Synonym.
synonym?
Glorious.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you. Well done. So anyone from the physical meeting wants to try?
Astonishing. Astonishing.
Yay! Astonishing. Okay, so now I will just is Luis?
Luis?
Yes.
Okay. Thailand. Hey, Thailand. Don't go. Okay. So can you please tell one antonym?
Unexceptional.
Yay!
Thank you.
Okay, now 2 more person. Wait, let me choose. Anyone else from the physical meeting wants to try?
The antonyms?
Yeah, antonym can.
Normal?
Yeah, okay, yeah, correct. Woo.
Yeah.
Last antonym. Then we will finish the game. Anyone? Yongshan?
Normal.
Moment, yeah, well done, everyone, well done. Okay, so now we will begin to our next session. I will just share the screen. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, well done, everyone. You guys did make an effort into playing the game. So now we will start our briefing of house rules. So that in general, the virtual room etiquette means that showing respect for the speaker by muting your microphones unless you are speaking, and then it's also important for the speaker to see that the audience is interested and listening to them. So start with video. Video is a powerful way to maintain a human connection in a virtual meeting. So additional tips, look directly into the camera when you are talking. And one more thing, not at the screen. So you may move the person picture to the middle top of your screen. So when you look at the person, it will look like you are looking at the camera. And most importantly, we talk about the 3 topics of SRP, which is sex, religion, and politics with sensitivity and respect. Last but not least, before we proceed with the meeting, please switch off your handphone or set it on silent mode. Thank you. So now I will hand over the control to our president. Woo!
Thank you very much to our Sergeant at Arms, Yishan. Thank you for preparing these interesting icebreaker sessions for us. A very good evening to fellow Toastmaster and guests attending our meeting both physically here. We have Sujit and Suhati. We have our guests attending our meeting physically here, and on the line, we have distinguished Toastmaster Fatima, distinguished Toastmaster Sukwa, distinguished Toastmaster Parames, our guest Matangi, our guest Jengga. Welcome. I think this is our meeting number 307. And the theme for our meeting is surround yourself with people who will lift you higher. The people that we surround ourselves with have an enormous impact on our life. Jim Rohn once said that we are average of the 5 people we surround ourselves with. The people surround ourselves, it affects us, and the people around us, it really matters. Just like someone who always surrounds himself with a group of drug addicts, the possibility for him to be a drug addict is very high. Someone who always get along with successful entrepreneur, the chances for him to be a successful entrepreneur is very high. A group of positive-minded friends who always empower you to be better, and a group of negative-minded friends who always complain about their life. Which group of friends are you choosing? Please raise up your hand if you are the one who will be choosing the group of positive-minded friends. I can see almost everyone here. Obviously, people want to get along with positive people. Everyone wants to be a better person with better life. And this has a lot to do with the people that we surround ourselves with. I encourage everyone to look at who are we surrounding ourselves. People around us, it really matters. I have once surrounding myself with a very negative thinking friend. She has been jobless for many years. She also has been depending on her parents for many years. And she is in her 40s now. I have been giving her advice to try to apply for a job, even try to look for a job from different fields. But she can give me reasons like, I do not have experience in this field. I do not have experience in that field. People won't hire me. She gave up without even trying. Sometimes she can even give me reasons like, the COVID situations now is very serious. I did not go out to work. I will start to apply for a job when the COVID situation is getting better. But as we can see, the COVID situation is continuing until now. If you are someone who is easily influenced by people, I suggest you to stay away. Sometimes I couldn't stand with the negativity. I choose to stay away. I encourage those who really easily influenced by negative people, negative events and situations, let go of negative friendship, let go of toxic relationship. It doesn't mean that we can only spend time with perfect people, but we should spend more time with people who lift us higher. We should spend more time with people, those who are striving to achieve something great. Spend time with people who make you believe in yourself that you can achieve greatness. With that, then only we can move on, learn and grow to become a sensational person in our community. With that, I shall now hand over to our Toastmaster of the evening. Before I call upon our Toastmaster of the evening, I would like to make an announcement. There are some changes on our agenda. Our Toastmaster of the evening was Sandy. She couldn't make it. So this role will be filled by our Toastmaster, Natalie. Welcome our Toastmaster of the evening today. Natalie, over to you.
Okay. KBTC President, fellow Toastmasters, guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Toastmasters meeting number 387. It is my pleasure to be your Toastmasters of the evening. Now, before we go into the actual agenda, let me share with you So I would like to share with you a brief history of Toastmasters International. Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization. The first Toastmasters Club was founded in the basement of YMCA in Santa Ana, California in 1924 by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. There are around 254,397 members worldwide in around 15,856 clubs in 150 countries. Now, KBTC is Area C5 under Division C. An area is made up of 4 to 5 clubs, and 4 to 5 areas form a division, and from few divisions form a district. Malaysia is currently in District 102. Next slide, please. Toastmasters Club mission. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. Toastmasters International's education system have 11 pathways. You can approach our expo team for further information. Next, I would like to talk about KBTC's history. This is the benefit of joining Toastmasters. KBTC was established in 2005. This is our 15th anniversary as the first bilingual Toastmasters club in the whole Klang Valley. Our vision of the club is we learn, we speak, we lead. We normally conduct the meeting in English, and Mandarin comes into the picture during table topic session, speech assignment sessions, and evaluation. Members can have a choice of either doing Mandarin or the English pathway. The best part about joining is that members and guests gets to expose two languages. Now, moving on to the agenda of the day. May I have, so this is the members' education progress. Moving on, may I have our beloved role players to explain their role? So let's start with the grammarian, which is Toastmasters Thailand.
Thank you, Natalie. General evaluators, Toastmasters, and our fellow guests. My name is Tai Lun, and I'm your grammarian today. As a grammarian, my role today is to note on the good use of language, as well as to point out the grammatical errors made during the meeting. I would like to now introduce you the word of the day, which is sensational. It means very good, exciting, or unusual. An example of the sentence would be, she looks sensational in her new dress. In Mandarin, it goes like this. 中文这个字的这个定义是极好的、绝妙的，或者是出众的。When the speaker uses the word today, I would like to request all the members to cooperate with me. For members on the floor, I will need you to show a thumb up. For members online, I will need you to show the clap reactions if you hear the word of the day. All of you, including myself, are encouraged to use the word of the day as frequent as you could. And I shall count the number of times that this word has been used during the meeting. Before the conclusion of the meeting, I shall give my report. Thank you. That's all from me. Back to you, Natalie.
Thank you, our grammarian Thailand. That is absolutely sensational. Next is our R counter, which is Toastmasters Vera. I think she is online. Okay, so our accountant will be Sujie from Satu Hati Toastmasters Club.
Where shall I look? Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. So today I will be the art counter. So the art counter responsible is very simple. I will take note on the number of unnecessary words and sounds. For example, you know la, and so on. So in the end of the meeting, I will give the report of this sounds and repetitive word. So to the awareness for the speaker, because this inappropriate interjections will affect the effectiveness of the speaker to deliver their speech. Back to you, Madam Tierney.
Okay, thank you to Sujie. Now moving on to the timer of the day, which is Toastmasters Jasmine.
Thank you, Natalie. A timer role is to monitor and to keep track of the time throughout the meeting. Every session of the meeting is timed. When you reach the time, when you reach the minimum time of the session, I will show the green light. When you reach average time, I will show you yellow light. And when you reach the maximum time of the session, I will show red light. Hence, fellow Toastmasters and guests, you are urged to deliver your speech within the stipulated time frame. I shall give my report at the end of the session. Back to you, Natalie.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters Jasmine. And now moving on to our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmasters Fatima.
Hi, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Thank you so much for inviting me. The role of general evaluator, I'll be carefully watching how the meeting is run throughout from the beginning when I entered into the room till to the end of the meeting. And I'll be leading the last part of the section, which is the evaluation section. And I'll be inviting my team of role players. They are the speech evaluators, the timer, the accountant, and the grammarian. And I will give you a brief report on my observations during the meeting. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our distinguished Toastmasters Fatima. Now, We have 3 sessions today. The first session is the table topic session. Members who are not playing any role this evening is strongly urged to not miss this opportunity. Second session is the prepared speech session, whereby members will deliver their speech assignments. The third session is the feedback session, which we call the evaluation. Evaluations are breakfast for champions, and our evaluators will give an honest, encouraging, and constructive feedback to the speakers. They will point the speaker towards methods of improvement and strive to have the speaker look forward to his or her next speech. And it is now time to think on your feet session. And we have Toastmasters Yongshan to lead us for the table topic session. Please give a rousing welcome to Toastmasters Yongshan.
Hello, good evenings to all the Toastmasters and guests. Right now, we are going to have the most sensational activities, which is table topic sessions. The purpose of table topic is to improve our impromptu speaking skill, meaning to say that the ability to deliver the speech without much preparation. And people will ask how this skill can benefit our daily life. With this skill, you actually will feel more comfortable, more confidence in any presentations and conversation, especially when you are under a spotlight with a difficult question by your boss or by your colleague. For today's meeting, I have prepared 8 sessions that is related to the self-development topic, which is relevant to tonight theme, surround with people that who will lift you higher. Your speech duration is about 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, the timer will show you the green card, 1.5 minute yellow card, and 2 minutes red card. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm sharing my screen right now. Can everyone see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? Okay. Nowadays, I believe everyone loves to use this emoji to express our thought in a more impactful and more funny way. According to a survey, usage of emoji actually make people more relaxed, entertaining, and happy. And that's why, for this reason, in today's slide, in order to make everyone more engaged, have the eagerness to participate and less panic, less worry, I have prepared the 8 emoji icons as everybody can see on the slide right now. Each participant can choose one emoji that they like, and the emoji will link to the questions. And a little bit extra today is I will actually provide the meanings of the questions or elaborations of the questions. So there's nothing to be worried about that you don't know the questions, the meanings of the questions. Now, come to the time whereby who will want to participate first? Just as a reminder to everyone that everyone that we gathered tonight, that everyone we joined Toastmaster is you and me. We share a common goal, meaning to say that we want to become a better version of ourselves and we want to improve our speaking skill. So that's why prove it to yourself that you are determined to become a great speaker by participating in today's table topic sessions. And to shorten the waiting time from one person to another person, you may actually type your name in the chat box if, let's say, you want to participate. So let's get started. Who want to be our first hero today? I would suggest anyone from the physical space first, then this is Angie, is it? Is this Angie?
Yeah. Can you hear
Which
me?
emoji that you like?
Yeah. Number 3, please.
Celebrate. Laughter is the best medicine, meaning to say that when you are in a difficult situations, laughing can make it easier to get through the situations. I repeat the title. laughter is the best medicine. Over to you.
Laughter is the best medicine. I really agree about that. Why? When you are sick, you feel sad. If you laugh or smile, you make yourself feeling better. It had a positive right when you laugh. It's like you having an expression of happy on it. For example, when you are sad, you will feel, sorry. Laughter is medicine because if you feel sad, you can think about happy things to make you laugh, and the sadness will go away. As you have things that worry about, just laugh of it, relax yourself, and you can make it again as what you are. Even though when we're sick, as a pill is a medicine, but when you have an entertainment with you, you feel laughter is a joy for you. Back to you, Toastmasters. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much, Angie, for becomes our today first hero. So right now, who want to be the second one? I would suggest that someone from online platform. Anyone?
I'll go, Yongshan.
Okay, let me share my screen. Which emoji that you like?
I will take thinking. The first one, thinking.
The first one, thinking.
Yep.
Actions speak louder than words, meaning to say that what you do is more important than what you say. Actions speak louder than words. Over to you.
Right. Actions speak louder than words. It's something very commonly heard statement. I have noticed that we also tend to underestimate this statement. Action speaks louder than words. That tells your character. That tells how trustworthy you are. Many of the time when we are giving advice to people around us, we kept saying that it's very, very important. You do what you say, you walk the talk. We say it differently. Recently, I came across a friend of mine where this friend always used to advise me and keep remind me every other time that, hey, look, Malati, this is what you promised me. This is what your weight loss goal was. But where are you on track? Stuff like that. This person always have kept me in track. This is where this person, a best friend of mine, it's also a person where always reminds me that I need to stay on top of what I do. I walk the talk. There was recently a time where this person was down and sort of loss of distraction. There was so much of disturbance personally in this person's life, this best friend. So having a friend where we reflect each other, I have to in fact remind my friend that, hey, look, you always advise me that I have to make sure that I walk the talk. My action works louder than my words. We have to stay consistent. And what happened to you? And when I said that, my best friend realized that, yes, my best friend also went out of track. So what's the learning or the takeaway by exchanging this short message between my friend and I? It's easier to say, but it's important that we keep reminding ourselves, because this particular phrase, it's sensational and will make you definitely beautiful in front of your other people, because you will make sure that you're committed, you deliver outstanding results every other time. So the moment when you drop, you get out of track, you know that there will be an impact. So as human, all of us, we always tend to forget. It's good to remind, and let's remind each other that our action speaks louder than words, and it's important to stay consistent. Thank you. Over to you, Yongshan.
Thank you, Malati, for sharing so inspiring thoughts. Okay, and right now, the third participant, I would suggest someone from a physical space.
Yeah.
May I know who is this?
My name's Derek. Derek.
Yeah, Derek. Which
Yeah.
emoji that you like?
I think I'll pick unbelievable.
Number 7.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
The
so
title is Practice Makes Perfect, meaning to say that the more you do something, the better you will become at it. Practice makes perfect. Over to you, Derek.
Okay, so basically I would say that practice makes perfect. So it's like basically something which you do something where you're not good at it, and then all of a sudden you just like get better at it. And then once you like start to like see the results, most of it is like you can feel that you're getting better and better all the time. So most of it is like you can see progress in yourself. So from people would say that from 0 to 100. So basically you could go from to a 0 to 100, and then so for an example, it's like if you go to the gym, so if you're not good at something, for example, like maybe carrying weights and all, you will start somewhere low weights. So from there on, you go higher weights. So if you practice more, practice makes perfect. So all I can say is that practice makes perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for Derek for sharing your thoughts. Right now, number 4 participants, I would suggest that someone from online platform.
Can I try?
Yeah, sure, Yishan. Which emoji that you like, young people?
I think I will choose Moody.
Moody, number 5. There is no place like home, meaning to say that your home is the most comfortable place in the world. There is no place like home. Over to you, Yishan.
Okay, so today the topic is like there is no place like home. I think that as I think that everyone knows that I'm working in Klang, and then my hometown is JB. So I really engaged in this topic because I'm working in Klang, and then every time I'm back home, I just feel like you got people welcoming you, and then there is always good food on your table, ready for you to eat. And then this is the feeling that you will never feel when you are working outside. So so home is like a shelter when you are facing difficulties, when you are facing a lot of issues at work. You just make a call and then tell your mom about the things that you happen around you, and then they will just like say something to make you more comfortable, and then trying to say something to comfort you. So I would say that family is the only person that will protect you no matter what happens to you, no matter whether you are facing something good or bad. Yeah, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishan, for sharing your thought. After listening to your thought, you make me more treasure about my family members. So right now, the fit participants, I would suggest someone from physical space. Yeah, may I know your name?
This is Sun from
Yeah,
as a
Shun.
guest. Yes,
Shun,
Mr.
which
Sun.
emoji that you like?
May I have a shock, please? Give me a shock.
Number 4. Okay, number 4. The early bird get the worms, meaning to say that people who wake up early or who get to places early have a better chance of success. The early birds get the worm. Over to you.
Thank you. Early birds get the worms. Is it true? Not necessary. It all depends again on circumstances. Example, you can get up very early. You come in very early. The train is not here yet. You may be late, but the train is even later. Therefore, it's all a matter of timing. Nevertheless, being early, it demands preparation. It expects discipline and giving you an edge in getting closer to what you want to do and where you want to be. So, as a common knowledge, common sense, I agree with the expression that you get up early, you get ready earlier, there are better chances, opportunities for you to achieve what you have so desired. But also depends on scenario, situation, competition, and so on. Because we all know in life, not everything is just natural. When you put 1 + 1 = 2, if that is the case, then the one earliest to apply, the one earliest to come around, then we will get exactly what you hope for. So your own competence, your own ability, the capacity you have, and of course, the determination and the commitment to go for it again and again. Should you not getting it this time, fine. Then you come around next time and you get up even early. And of doing all this, we hope to achieve what we desire for, getting a good result, a good ending, and of course, then the ending will become a happy ending. Not only that, the feeling will be sensational. So with that note, I close my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sun. So right now, the 6 participants, I will suggest someone from an online platform. Come. Want to try?
Okay, I'll try.
Luis, yeah, which emoji that you like? You are only left with 2, 6, and 8.
2, 6, and 8. I'll choose lovely then.
Okay, lovely. Better late than never, meaning to say that it is better to finish something late rather than never do it. Better late than never. Over to you.
Two years ago, my mother came to me, knocked on the door, and asked me a very important question. She asked, "Son, how do I turn on the computer?" Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, But do you have parents who are IT illiterate? Because I had my mom and dad who had no experience using a laptop or a computer before. Well, not necessarily they have never used it, they use it, but not to the extent of using internet and connecting it to the router and etc. And teaching my mom using the internet was really, really challenging. And that's probably an understatement, because if you have ever experienced teaching a boomer generation how to use a computer, you have lots of patience. But one thing that inspired me a lot was that at the age of 65, my mother, who had never really, who doesn't need to use internet, took the challenge to learn how to connect using Facebook. And she took the challenge to write an email and send via Gmail. And she took the challenge to learn Microsoft Excel. And the reason is because she told me that, the times has changed and she don't want to be, left behind. And it really proved to me that, it doesn't matter, what age that you are going to learn certain things or take up a certain challenge or achieve certain goals. It doesn't matter how young you are or how old you are. It's never too late to do something. And I'm really proud that my mother today could use almost, she could use Facebook, she could use WhatsApp, and her Microsoft Excel is much better than mine. And I think that's a testament that if you have something that you want to achieve, just go for it. It's never too late. Back to you.
Thank you, Louis. I shall share your story to my fathers and mother as well. Okay, right now, due to the time limitations, I think we still can have one participant, and I would suggest someone from online platform who want to try. Someone from online. Or physical space also can.
So Yongchang, I can go next.
Sorry, may I know your name?
Banu.
Yeah, Banu. Which emoji that you like, but unfortunately, you only left with 6 and 8.
Mask on.
Mask on. Okay, during this pandemic, time is money, meaning to say that time is a valuable resources. Therefore, it is better to do things quickly. Time is money. Over to you, Banu.
A very good evening, everyone. Time is money. I would say that I neither agree or disagree to this statement, because I would say I'm more in the middle. That's because, in a way, time is very, very important. We have to value time, where we appreciate our family, our friends, our relatives, because you never know when will be your last day in this earth. So thinking about it, you have to appreciate or try to make full use of your time with your important people in your life, making sure that, you spend time with them and really cherish them. But at the same time, I won't compare time with money, because, time is really essential, but in the sense, if you're going to compare it with money, then you won't be able to spend a lot of time with your family and friends. You will then be working 24 hours, because you're going to just look for, just going to run around and look for money and more money and more money. As you know that, money can be very sensational to the current world, because that's how it is, right? Everything we value with money, and we think that we can buy everything using money. But to what extent, that's something that we have to ask ourselves, the question we're going to ask ourselves is, time is really money. Can you afford to lose your family, friends, or even your relatives, or even your health, just for the sake of money? And you can have a lot of money, but sometimes if you don't have good health, you can't enjoy the money that you have. So you need to spend some time exercising and maintaining a good lifestyle as well, so that you have a good health. And with the current pandemic and everything, having good immune system is more essential. Spending some time outdoor is also helpful in terms of ensuring that you have a good mental health as well. As you know, most of us right now working from home because of the pandemic and things like that. So our mental health is affected. So we are working, but then, if you don't spend time going out and really, taking care of your health and spending time with important people in your life, then it's really meaningless, because you can have all the time and you can have all the money, but then you won't have, your health or even your family members with you. Thank you. And over to you, Yanchan.
Thank you, Banu, for delivering her speech. Okay, to sum up, I would say that thank you everyone for participating in today's sessions and deliver your sensational speech. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to give every participant a thumbs up, because you've proven to yourself that you would like to improve your speaking skill and coming to the stage and deliver the speech. And I believe every participant is the best table topic master. And right now, we want to select the best among the best table topic master. And please help to cast your vote here. And with this, I shall return the meetings to the Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much to our table topic master. Let's give them a round of applause for our table topic masters and also our speakers for the sensational job. Now, I am sure those who have participated in the table topics just now would probably like to know how well you have done and what are the areas of improvement. To know this, can you please help me to welcome our table topic evaluator, distinguished Toastmasters Parames, to give her evaluation.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening. I would like every one of you to give a big round of applause to the table topic master for having come up with such a lovely session that she had with the speakers. Coming up with the explanation itself and telling people why table topics is important is one of the best ones I've heard in a long time. Now moving to evaluate the first speaker, Angie. Angie came out to speak about laughter is the best medicine. She jumped straight into the topic, and unfortunately, she became a little nervous and was stuck for words for a short while. Then she decided to start all over again, and she was thinking about it again while she restarted. If she had started moving about, maybe the thoughts would have come running to her mind. Unfortunately, she stood still in one space, and to me, I feel if she had been moving, the thoughts would have definitely come to her mind. Sometimes people get out to speak on table topics and your throat just gets choked. Not to worry, Angie, you will do it the next time I see you at table topic. Move on to Malavi. she spoke about actions speak louder than words. And according to Maladi, this is a very commonly heard phrase. You had fantastic language throughout. You were fluent in whatever you thought about, and the flow was non-stop. You went on from one topic to another and made sure that everybody knew what exactly you wanted to say. I would have loved to have seen some facial expression from you when you spoke about the conversation you had with a friend and pointed out to your friend that actions speak louder than words. Could have been, then that would have made your speech even much better. Moving on to Derek. Derek spoke about practice makes perfect. Derek too came out and he was fumbling with words, whether to go on. And then when he saw the emoji, he said, oh, you go from 0 to 100 and you carry weights when you go to the gym. He wasn't actually speaking in proper sentences, but he was just giving us points, like as if we are going to elaborate on the points ourselves. No movement whatsoever, but he was clutching his hands right in front of the public. But what I would have liked is for him to have moved a little bit, and you could have easily said, I come to Toastmasters meetings most of the time so that I can practice my speaking skills and gone from there. You would have had so much more to say rather than think about the gym. Who is the next person? Ishwan. Ishwan, is it? You spoke about there's no place like home. I could see that happiness in your face. Because the moment you said, oh, I live in Klang and I work in Klang and I live in Klang, and every time when I get home, I'm so happy. That alone tells us that home, there's no place like home. So you see, when somebody speaks about something that's close to their heart, you would relate it the way Ishwan related. She was happy about saying what she wanted to say, just like everybody else. Me too, stood still in one position. And the other thing I would like to remind you, my dear, is watch your grammar, but that I will leave it to the grammarian. Mr. Soon. Mr. Soon spoke about the early bird gets the worm. Very good. There was gestures when you started to speak. And I'm very proud to say that when I attended the meeting at the club, that was the first day Mr. Soon came to the club. And he is absolutely new member. I think you yourself, Mr. Soon, have got a very good knowledge of the language, and you knew exactly what you want to say. You got very good vocabulary, and that is one of the points that helped you to speak so fluently throughout the table topic session. The only suggestion I have is to add on to everything that you have done so well, move a little bit. Just think when you said about the train being late, you go there early. You can say, I was there early, but the train itself was late. See, a little bit of movement would have done much better. Luis, yet. Luis started speaking about his mom and how the senior citizens aren't familiar with IT and most of them, in his mind, are IT illiterate. I think throughout, looking at his face, I could see he was proud of his mom that at the age of 65, she has decided to start using the computer and send out emails. Your language too was quite good. And I have never heard you before, most probably because you're from another club. You had good gestures and a good command of the language. Moving on to Banu Nair. Banu spoke about time is money. You concentrated so much on love for people. It shows in your face that you are a people person. You wanted to make sure that everybody knew money is not important to me. It is people and the love I have for people. Your compassion was pouring out of you whilst you were speaking. You have good knowledge of the language, and I suppose, and I can say definitely that you were the only person who used the word of the day. I don't know whether Grammarian picked that up, but for me, I only picked you using the word sensation. Very sensible approach. Gestures, there wasn't any. If you had moved a little bit further, then your gestures, maybe you did, but if you had moved a little bit further, we could have seen your gestures. And you had so much to say about time to spend with family. I love that. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening. I've done my bit of reporting on all the sensational speakers that appeared today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much to our distinguished Toastmasters farmers. You did a sensational job. Now, this concludes the first half of our meeting today, and we shall break for 5 minutes. Okay, before that, we shall take a group photo. Please come in front and take a picture.
Farhan, can you on your camera? Okay.
I'm just thinking all. All right, you should look fair. Oh. Yeah, taking photo for us, right?
Those in physical, I think you look at the wrong camera.
Yeah.
Take here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Look here. Okay, everyone. Vera, can you on your camera? Vera?
Yeah.
You didn't on your camera? Okay, never mind, you proceed. Okay, everyone, please show your best pose. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Okay, freestyle. Freestyle. Okay, freestyle. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Bye. Thank you.
So physical one be down one. No, no. No, that no one. And I say the line. Okay. Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you. We'll break for 5 minutes. 8:38.
8:38. Okay, and we will back. We shall be back by 8:38 p.m.
Hello, is here. I will turn on. Oh. So you just enjoy from our class. And be a good one. Oh, I'm always like to be the first one.
Yeah, there's 1 week to work out.
Yeah. Everyone is not here, so
Remember,
yes. Hi, Parmesh. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, thanks for your opinion. I was so nervous just now.
That's right. Nothing to be nervous about. Everybody you know is there. So what is there to be nervous about?
Yeah,
It's only table topic,
yeah,
not a 5 to 7 minute speech.
yeah. I'll try again next time.
That's
Never
right.
fail to try again and again.
Very good.
Have you taken your dinner?
Oh, yes. We always have dinner at 7 o'clock.
Hold on, I closed the door for. Hi, Louis.
Hi. Hi.
Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, hope you can join often also to our club if you have time.
Klang, is a Klang.
Yeah, you can use Zoom with us also. We always do hybrid in meantime.
Yeah, this is the first hybrid meeting I've attended.
Is it?
Because I haven't been I rarely do any clubbing, but it seems to be it runs really smooth flow. I mean, I wasn't expecting such a smooth meeting for a hybrid. It's really well organized, I think.
I see. So your guys are using Zoom or physical now?
No, for our club, we're still using Zoom. Just Zoom first. I mean, we'll be going back to physical maybe in the pipeline, but as of now, we're still remaining as in a virtual setting.
Okay. Hi, Metagi, is it? Welcome.
Yes, I'm Madengi here.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
You are first time come to our club, is it?
Yes, yes. Today is my first time.
How do you feel?
Well, I just see. I think I
Yeah.
can too.
Yeah, hope you can join us more next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Is it time now?
Yeah.
So I just get back to our TME now. Yeah. Are you ready?
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to lend your ears to the much awaited session, the project speeches? Our first speaker for tonight is Jen, who will be delivering his speech called Listen, Empower, Accept, Do. Before I call upon the speaker, I would like to introduce Jen. So Jen says that he is a very shy, introverted person. He values relationship, enjoyment, and he believes we contribute the best when we have fun. If you get to know Jen really well, you will know that he is actually a very shy person indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome Jen. Listen, empower, accept, do. Listen, empower, accept, do. Jen.
I can't seem to hear anything.
Me too.
Hi,
Yeah, we can't hear.
we can't hear you.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, now can you?
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, let me restart. 2 years ago, well, my friends told me Obama is a born leader.
We lost you again. We lost you again, Yun. We lost you again. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. The microphone got battery, yeah.
It's not connecting.
Now can.
It's intermittent.
Wow, okay.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Can.
I think I'll just use this speaker. This mic. Need to speak louder.
That's what they say.
Now can you hear me now? You right?
Yep,
Okay,
can
hello.
hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it clear?
You can come closer if you want.
Yeah, is it clear?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Okay,
Go
great.
ahead,
Yeah.
Ewan.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Khairul, please restart. Okay. Okay, you can add 10 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think leaders are born, please raise up your hand.
No.
So if you think leaders are trained, raise up 2 hands. Wow, okay. Before you put down your hands, now put both your hands on your cheek. Then you look sensational. So now, most of us here, we think that leaders are trained. But the question is, really? Really? Are leaders really trained? Let us get back to this question after I tell you this story. So 2 years ago, I started my first ever job. On my first day, I logged into Zoom. I repeat, I logged into Zoom. I not walk into office. So I log into Zoom, and then my boss named Jack. So Jack is a very good leader. And when I was in the first time in that Zoom, what happened was suddenly Jack threw me a surprise welcome party. Okay. Although I expected that, but I acted like a surprise. So I got a surprise party, and all I need to do is to have fun. So I didn't know what is it about until one day my colleague told me that actually, do you know, every new person comes in, there will be a party. And what is that party for? The party is for Jack to know me better, to learn more about me. So first thing that my boss did is to learn about me. Then after that he learns about me, after a little while, he started to understand me better. And what he do is he empower me to do things that I really like. Empower me to do and improve based on what he knows about me. Give you an example. My passion is in sport psychology. Okay. And because he knows that, what he do is he assign me to a job, a task. He assigned me to mindfulness. And mindfulness is a thing that a lot of people do to keep themselves in the present moment. And mindfulness is also a technique that athletes, sporting people use to help them perform better. So because he knows my passion, he distributed that job to me so that I can grow, empower me to grow. But as time goes on and on, he noticed something. He noticed my weakness. And my weakness is I am someone who look at the big picture. I someone who can focus more on the bigger picture, and I am really bad at details. I'm really bad at details. So my weakness is details. What he do, he didn't scold me, didn't punish me. There are a few reports that I sent was not accurate. He didn't punish me and scold me. He did was accepting. He accepted my weakness and he accepted my strength. What he do is he even offered me to have a second pair of eyes to whatever I do. So after the offering throughout the time until today, he has been doing whatever he had promised. Everything that he promised. He had been my second eye for all the reports, my second eye for all the documents that I need to send. So ladies and gentlemen, my boss, Jack, is someone who inspires me, who L, learned, empower, E, accept A, and do things that help me. And this LEAD is he leads me to become who I am today. He has led me to slowly becoming how I want to be the leader in other people. He has led me to wanting to impact to the people around me, the community, in a way that I learn about people, I empower people, I accepting them, and I do things that benefit them. So what I do as I grow into leadership position is, first thing that I do is I value relationship. I learn about everyone's individually, empowering them individually, accepting their strengths and weaknesses individually, and then do things for them individually. So from the results of the Toastmasters International Leadership Questionnaire, what I got was altruistic leadership. And altruistic leaders do things that is personalized for everyone individually for the needs of the team. And I think that is really true for me. So ladies and gentlemen, based on the Toastmasters questionnaire, there are 8 different leadership styles. We got coaching, pace setting, altruistic, democratic, and so on. All these 8 leadership styles are different styles that people demonstrate leadership. So let me ask you a question. Raise your hands if you think there is one best leadership style. Online also nobody. So very good. You are wrong. So there is one best leadership style, and that one best leadership style is the style that you can use all of the leadership style in every different situation. And because nobody called a name for that yet, I'm going to call it the Juan style. So the best leadership style is called the Juan style. Ladies and gentlemen, to be a good leader, we want to demonstrate different leadership styles in different situations. Although my main one is altruistic. Okay, my second main one is affiliative. So that's why I get to come over the head raise. But I think I need the time that I need to use commanding, giving orders. So when you are able to use different leadership styles in different scenarios, you demonstrate Juan styles. So ladies and gentlemen, to be best leader, use Juan styles and let's fight together to accomplish Juan style. Is that back to you? No,
Thank you, Lee. Thank you very much to our immediate past President Jan for the sensational. Now let's move on to our second speaker for tonight, which is Tracy, and she will be delivering her speech. Level 5 Project 1, prepare to speak professionally. Now, I shall introduce her. Tracy is a beauty magician, also known as chemist, who is passionate in developing personal care products and strongly believes in the science behind it. She is going to share with us the secret of maintaining of our youthful look with simple skin care routine. So last Saturday, I had a small catch-up session with her, and she asked me to come here to listen to her speech. Very interesting. Now, I am very interested. You are what you are. You are what you are.
Thank you so much for the evening. My Twitch channel is You're What You Use. You're What You Use. Can everyone hear me clearly? Especially the people on Zoom. Can you hear me clearly? Can someone shout or anything?
Yeah, good.
Although
They put a good sign in.
they put the sign. Yes. Fantastic. So I'm loud and clear. All right, everyone can start now. Yeah, now it starts. Look at this photo. What is the first word that came into your mind after you look at this photo? Anyone from physical or even online can type in the chat.
Oh.
Accident.
Accident, aging.
Oh.
Or anyone from the online? I can't do
Asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical. Wrinkles. Yes, there are two people answered correctly. Aging, wrinkles. So this photo is originated from the New England Journal of Medicine. This is a 69 years old truck driver whose left side was being exposed to sunlight for more than 25 years. He sought medical advice after being pestering by his grandchildren. This is a classic example of ultraviolet induced sun damage, which accelerates skin aging and increases the thickness of the outer layer of our skin, which is called stratum corneum. With that, this led to the topic that I'm going to share with all of you today. How much would you pay for a good skin complexion? Silence. How much time and effort would you willing to put into it? Why do you say no? So let me give a little hint on this. Our skin is the largest organ in our body. It consists of 60% of body mass. With this statement, I believe I spell out the importance of taking good care of skin. Since our skin is priceless to us, so let us dive deep into our skincare routine. So all of you might be thinking, what? Skincare, duh, it's simple, right? It's just wash your face with water and just cleanse it, that's it. Especially for men. Oh yeah, Jen, agree. Thanks for your feedback. However, that is not the case. Why is it so? Because whenever we step out from our house, our skin is being exposed to invisible threats in our daily life. For example, early in the morning, when we stand up from our house, our skin is exposed to sunlight, which will emit ultraviolet light. In short, UV light. So what is UV light? There are 3 types of UV light: UVA, UVB, and UVC. Our main concerns today is not UVC. Why? Because I'm not a secret student. I don't want you all to be secret students as well. So I'm not going to talk about it. Right? That's not really true. Why I'm not going to talk about UVC? Because UVC is being absorbed by the ozone layer and atmosphere, and it does not reach the ground. So thanks God for the creation that we are well protected from it. So our main concerns are UVA and UVB. These 2 types of ultraviolet light. It's good that we receive some ultraviolet light to have some vitamins. However, when we are being overexposed to it, UV light will produce free radicals that will disrupt our proteins in our skin, which are the collagen and elastin. These 2 proteins are essentials for us to give us the skin firmness. So in short, when we're being overexposed to sunlight, we'll develop wrinkles on our face or on our body. Okay? Not only that, ultraviolet light also produce melanin. So what is melanin?
Melatonin.
Melatonin, oh, that's hormones, right? No, that's not your stylish view. Seriously, it's still part of our body. Melanin is good. It's a pigment that gives us our skin color. So the function of melanin is also to absorb the excess ultraviolet light so that it does not damage the DNA of our cells. However, when we overexposed to sunlight, this melanin is going to overproduce and it can't cope with it. And at the same time, the cell will start to mutate and even worse, become skin cancer and tumor. So this is only the first trend. What about the second trend? The blue light. Blue light is getting more prevalent and dominant in this era. And where does this blue light come from? You can't see blue light from our naked eyes, but it is invisible in our daily life. For example, blue light is coming from the sun as well. And at the same time, we are exposed to it by using our headphones, or laptops, or any electronic gadgets, or even television. So what does this blue light do to us? When we have overexposure of all these blue light from e-gadgets, we'll start to develop wrinkles as well. It accelerates our skin aging. So the tip here is, the longer you use the gadgets, the more wrinkles you have. So probably I've scared you all enough, and take some time off and be really control on the usage of the e-gadgets. I hope that will scare you away. So with these two threats, invisible threats in our daily life, I believe I stressed enough importance of skincare routine. Here comes the $1 million question. Why do we need to have a good skincare routine?
So that we can use gadget.
Yeah, what, sorry?
So that we can use gadget.
Get scheduled.
We can use our e-gadget.
Oh, so that can. One good point from there. There are more, okay? It's not only about to keep us clean and fresh, and I spell out, it's important to protect our skin from this ultraviolet light and blue light. It's to protect ourselves from starting developing wrinkles and also even worse, skin cancer. Okay, here comes the most important thing. Let me walk you through the skincare routines that we need to have. We look at the shelves on the market, and you can see there are so many beauty products, skincare products on the shelves, or even online shops. Right now, we always go to online and browse through the shops. How do we choose what kind of skincare products for us? It's very simple. It all lies in the 6 simple skincare routines that I'm going to share with all. So before I start sharing that, let me share one story with all of you. Recently, my second sister and I had this conversation. I told her, I need to have a good skincare routine. And she looked at me with her sarcastic joke and answered, you sound like a 40 years old woman. I was like, what? That was so wrong. A good skincare routine is not a privilege for 40 years old and above. And it's definitely not limited to women only. Men also need to have it. No matter you are in what age group or what gender you are in, you definitely need to have a good skincare routine. So let me start off with the first step. First step is facial wash. Just rinse your face with water. After that, apply a small amount of facial cleanser on your cleansed palm. Rub against it and apply gently all over your face. This step is crucial because it's important to remove all the grease and dirt from skin. If not, they will stuck in your pores and cause acne and more problems later on. And it's important to remove all this so that you can absorb the good ingredients later on. Alright, if for the ladies over here and men over here, if you have makeup, please use makeup remover prior to your facial cleanser. Can I see a show of hands who has oily and combination skin. Oh, I can see half here has it, and I can't really see the online one, sorry. So for those of you who has oily and combination skin, I suggest you to use soap-based facial cleanser. So how do we know it's soap-based? Normally the facial cleanser will have soap-based on packaging. If it's not, then just check out these few ingredients. They are potassium hydroxide, lauric acid, palmitic acid, myristic acid. So these few ingredients will create a dry good soap and cleanse away all the sebum and dirt that it has. For those of you who do not raise up, I know you have dry skin. So for dry and sensitive skin, I'll suggest you to use soap-free facial cleanser. Why is it soap-free? Because your skin is dry enough, you don't need to have such a good soap ingredients to cleanse away all the dirt. Just choose soap-free. And for sensitive skin, I would suggest and recommend to use fragrance-free. Why is it so? Because fragrance will have some allergens that will cause your face to have allergic reaction. So use fragrance-free for your facial cleanser. So after that, just replace this facial wash with exfoliating facial wash twice a week. Just replace it with your regular facial wash. And why do we need to do this exfoliation? Because our skin cell renewal is 28 days. In between this period of time, the dead skin cells accumulate on our skin. And it's important to remove all these dead skin cells from our face so that you can absorb the moisturizing ingredients later on. Okay, so just choose some good exfoliating facial wash that's gentle to your skin, not too harsh. All right, this is the first step. Remember that. And let me move on to the next step. For the next step is toner. So toner, what is toner? Toner consists of surface active agent, which is to cleanse away some of the dirt that you haven't cleansed just now by using a facial wash. Just pour a small amount onto your cotton pad and gently rub it all over your face, and that will do a wonderful job. And on top of that, you might have some hydration ingredients or other benefits that can add on to the toner that you use. So prepare for that and move on to the next step. Facial mask. Facial mask is to do 2 to 3 times a week. So there are so many types here. We have cream type, sheet type, pillow type, sleeping type, as well as and even gel mask. So which one should we choose? They're a bit confusing, right? So for those of you who have raised up for oily and combination skin, I suggest to use clay mask. And why do you use clay mask? Because it has kaolin. That is a very good ingredient to remove the sebum. And for those of you who have dry skin, I suggest you to use gel mask. Gel mask consists of a lot of hydrating ingredients. Alright, if it is too confusing to you to choose, and here comes my favorite. My all-time favorite is sheet mask. It's very simple, you just stick it up and just apply onto your face. Do remember to read the instruction. Most of the time you will stay there, put the sheet mask on your face for 15 to 30 minutes. It depends on packaging, just check it out. Remember not to over leave it on the mask and don't put it on and sleep overnight. That has an adverse impact on skin because instead of absorbing all the moisture, the water will be pulled up to the sheet mask. So don't do that. Alright, so just choose sheet mask instead of all the other masks you have here, okay? Thanks, Jen. Alright, next slide, please. And next step, serum. So what is serum? Serum is a lightweight moisturizer. It's not to prepare your skin with all these good hydration ingredients. And just now I spelled out the bad negative impact of blue light. You can check out probably anti-blue light syrup. So normally all these kind of claims you say on packaging is just look for the keywords to blue. Okay, after that, next step, eye cream. So eye cream, as the name says, that it is normally to apply onto eye cream. For this step, I recommend 30 years old and above. Sorry, I'm not discriminating any age group here. For 30 years old and below, you don't really need this kind of moisturizing ingredients because wrinkles will not start to form so early, and you don't need this over moisturizing ingredients. So for 30 years and above, a suggestion for you to include this in your skincare routine. So how do we use eye cream? Just apply below your eye, on top of your eye, and can above the eyebrow, the 11th area, and your forehead, the horizontal line here. So let me share one story with all of you. I joined this particular company for 1 year. After 1 year, I looked back at my male colleagues, and I was so shocked because you started to develop wrinkles, deep wrinkles on their forehead and around their eyes and crow's feet over here. It seems like time has definitely left some mark on them. And when I look at those female colleagues, I was so shocked as well because time has frozen for them. They look exactly the same 1 year ago. So what tells the difference is, for the female colleagues, including my superior, they all use skincare products, especially eye cream. And for the men, obviously they never apply eye cream. So a tip, start to take care of your young friend. So use the eye cream. Okay. And next step, what is it? Moisturizer. Moisturizer, as the name says, that is to moisturize and hydrate our skin, to give us our skin enough water. Even though we are sitting right here at the physical venue with air on, the water in our skin will naturally move out. It's natural, don't worry about that. So for those of you who sit at home, probably you have your aircon on because it's so hot recently. And it's the same, the water vapor will move out from our skin. So it's important to replenish our skin with moisturizer. And for those of you who have oily and combination skin, right, just now press raise hand, you can use some lightweight moisturizer because your skin already secrete enough sebum. You don't need such a heavy moisturizer ingredients to keep you hydrated. So choose some hyaluronic acid or even silicones, this kind of name that will appear on the ingredient list. Or for those dry skin, those of you who have dry skin, you can choose heavier kind of moisturizing ingredients because you definitely need more moisturizing ingredients. For example, plant oils like jojoba oil or avocado oil, any oil, plant oils, and sodium hyaluronic, the hyaluronic acid as well. Yeah. And squalane. All these ingredients will give you sufficient hydration. All right. The next step, which is the 6th step, sunscreen product. This is extremely important. Why? Because I have to spell out the negative impact of excessive ultraviolet light. So sunscreen is extremely important to apply in the morning routine. Apply it. And how do you choose a good sunscreen product? You check out on the packaging, they will have SPF 30 or SPF any number. What is SPF? SPF is sun protection factor. It is meant to cover the ultraviolet light B, UVB. So SPF 30 is good enough to have 97% of reduction, means you will absorb 97% of UV and you're safe for it. You can choose either 30 or 50. So what does this 30 mean? 30 means is the number of times that your skin gets burned. UVB associates to skin burning. For example, when your skin will start to burn at 8 minutes when you stand outside, after 8 minutes, your skin will get red, get burned. So after you apply SPF 30, your skin will only get burned 8 times 30, 200 over minutes later on, only you can feel the burnage. So it's important to have SPF 30 and above. And I've mentioned the importance of UVA. What about UVA? It's like this. And UVA coverage is, as mentioned in this slide, there's PA plus, 1 plus, up to 4 plus. So what is PA? PA is protection of UVA. So 1 plus is the minimum one, some UVA protection, or the 4 plus is the highest one, extremely high UVA protection. There's no 5 plus, don't look for 5 plus there. So this PA 4 plus is the highest that you can get. So sometimes if the packaging doesn't have this PA value, PA rating is okay, sometimes it doesn't mention. So you can turn to the ingredient list and check out for titanium dioxide, or even zinc oxide, evobenzone, all these ingredients is to absorb UVA. So importantly, must apply sunscreen in the morning, and of course can skip this step at night. So do all these 5 to 6 steps, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. Let me round it up and wrap it up with all these 6 simple skincare routines. Right? First step, facial wash. And if you have makeup for the gentlemen and ladies, remember to use makeup remover. After that, this exfoliation facial wash to replace your facial wash twice a week. Next up is toner. And for facial masks, you can use 2 to 3 times a week. After that, third step, serum of that eye cream. For 30 years old and below, you can skip eye cream. Fifth step, moisturizer. Last but not least, sunscreen for your sun protection. So we only have one face. We only have one skin. It is so extremely important to take good care of skin, no matter how much it costs, or no matter how much time you need to invest in it. Remember, you are what you use. Your face will show and tell. Back to you, Toastmasters of the evening.
Thank you very much to our speaker, Dr. Heiji. It is a indeed very interesting and sensational topic. I feel like I've just went for a facial workshop. Ladies and gentlemen, we have heard 2 great, fantastic speakers from our excellent speakers. They have raised their standards in speaking again, in speaking by completing a speech project. Let us all give them a thunderous applause for their courage and spirit to excel. Now let's vote for the best speaker. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to hand control to the general evaluator, which is our distinguished Toastmasters Fatima. She is the area director of Division 3-6, and she is now currently studying in doctorate in business administration in Malaysia. And distinguished Toastmasters Fatima is from Mali. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. What a sensational meeting you are having so far. Wonderful speakers. Now, for my section of the meeting, I'll be inviting the speech evaluators first. Let me give the timing sequence before I invite the speech evaluators. May I ask the timer if you can raise your virtual hand so that my team can see you? Yeah, at the reaction at the bottom, virtual hand, not your physical hand. Thank you so much. At the reaction, yeah, not that one. It's a raise hand button. If you can go to reaction, yeah, not that one. Reaction, you will find a hand like raise hand. At the reaction button, if you go, you will see a raise hand button. Yeah, do you see that? Raise hand. It says on the bottom there, raise hand. Because sometimes I can't see you when you don't have the hand there. Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, may I invite you to demonstrate the evaluation timing. For the speech evaluators, it is 2 minutes at green. Can you please demonstrate the timing, please? Green, 2 minutes. Thank you so much. And 2 minutes and 30 seconds, it's amber. And 3 minutes, it's red. And the speakers are, the evaluators are reminded to wrap up their speeches within 30 seconds. Now, let me invite the first evaluator for first speaker, Joanne. Will be evaluated by Presentation Mastery 4, Louis Yat from Pro Speakers and Trainers Toastmasters Club. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Jen, you not only talk about being about leadership, but you demonstrated to us what a leader looks like. In the situation where there were technical glitches, you were still able to stay calm and control the stage. And I had to commend you for that, because you have done really well to demonstrate what a true leader is all about. Now, what I really love about your speech, Toastmaster Jen, is the structure of your speech, and it's something that we can learn from you. Notice how Jen's speech was so easy to follow. He started off by asking us, are leaders trained or born? And he kept us in suspense, and then he started to illustrate using a story to illustrate the points that he wants to bring out, which is listen, empower, accept, and do. And at the end, he linked it back to the same question: are leaders born or trained? And I thought that it summarizes the whole speech really well. So I thought that the structure was clear, it was simple, and it's something that we can learn from. The second thing I really like about Joanne's speech was, I've witnessed a lot of speakers who do this speech before, but a lot of times they get into the technical part. For example, what's autocratic leadership? They are more dominant. They are, leaders who wants authority. But being too technical, it could be quite dry and boring. But Joanne uses a story of his boss to share with us what an altruistic leader looks like. So using story connects with me as an audience even better, and something that we can use it in our next speech. Now, how can we bring Joanne's speech to the next level? Here are just some of my humble suggestions. Firstly is intonation. Now, I don't know, is it the mic issue, but I just found that the pacing, the pitch, and the volume of your speech was pretty monotone. And I thought that there were many parts where you can play around with the intonation. For example, when you talk about the first day you enter into the office and there was a party, you could have said, like, when I walk into the party, there was a surprise party for me, which I already knew about it. Now, playing with the pitch and the volume and the pause, it creates more dramatic effect in your speech. And I thought that is something you can explore in your next speech. The second thing I would like to suggest is, what I noticed was that there was some mixed message in your speech, because the first part of your story was sharing about the benefits of an altruistic leader, which is your boss, and you share the impact towards you. But at the end of your speech, your message was to tell us to adopt the Joanne leadership style, which is, Joanne leadership is, if I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it means that there's no perfect leadership style in a way. And if that is your message, I would rather that the story could instead of focusing on altruistic leadership, I would hope that you could brings out the effect of having brings out the effect that there's no one perfect leadership in an organization. So you could probably mention that how Jeff deal with different people, different colleagues with different personality, and use different leadership style. And I think that would tie more, it would correlate much better with the message that you want to bring out. Thirdly, I think the time's up. But to conclude, my evaluation, I thought that the structure of your speech was really good, and you use stories to express the message that you want. My suggestion is to have more intonation and to have your message more aligned together. And I'm sure that you are going to continue to inspire more people to be better leader. So I'll pass it back to our general evaluator.
Thank you so much. I will leave my feedback comments for the evaluators until towards the end of the second evaluator. Now, may I invite the second evaluator for the speaker, who is she? Distinguished Toastmaster Suk Hua. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Fatima. Wow, Toastmaster Hui Chi. Wow, thanks for standing up. Okay, thank you very much. And of course, sharing with us this professional keynote speech. And I think there are no other person who can share on this topic other than you. This is my first time seeing a speaker able to share so many professional terms in a speech without needing to refer to the script or the slide. And I still remember that time when you just started your Toastmasters journey, you also speak on a topic, something like that at Klang Bilingual Toastmasters Club. And what I really want to applaud you is you have met the speech objective of delivering an engaging keynote style speech for 18 to 22 minutes. So well done on that. I believe every one of you feel very engaged to listen to a speech, even though in the beginning of the speech, it may sound a bit scary or scare some of you, especially those who doesn't use skincare products. Okay, so what she had done well is she had the slides as her supporting visual aids. And we can see that her slides does not have a lot of words and images, but it's just to support her main points. So most of the time, personally, I only look at Hui Chi and listen to what she's speaking. So well done, not to rely too much on the slides. And secondly, I love how you include reliable and valid sources in your slides. You quote those organizations' name where you find those information to tell us that, hey, this is a real fact information. So it's true, not a fake one. And another one is I love the pacing and pause of your speech. The points go through very fluently, and I can follow you and understand you very clearly. So well done for that. You are not speaking too fast, in my opinion. I also love the 6 simple skincare routine as well. To challenge you to elevate this particular speech as it's a level 5 speech, I have 3 main points to suggest. Firstly, when you mention the jargons, like for example, the chemicals name in different ingredients in those skincare products, all right, I would suggest perhaps you want to just show a few key ingredients on the slide. Maybe because some of them who have not studied chemistry or have not seen all those words, they are clueless about what words are they. So jargons need to be careful on the usage as not to lose your audience. And secondly, in terms of your conclusion, I wish that you can show us a picture, because in the beginning you show us a picture. So after, you can show us a picture of the impact of using skincare rather than just saying it, sharing it from your personal experience. Picture can create a larger impact to inspire them. And last but not least is in terms of using of props, because in this particular topic, I think there are a lot of ways that you can include props. For example, I can quickly get a facial mask, okay, from my house. You can share with them later on after the meeting or whatever. And what are the skincare products? Maybe you just want to have one set of your skincare routine to show people that, hey, you're not only sharing about this, but you yourself also leading by example. See, you can see my face, very nice, right? Okay, you can tell them at the end of your speech as well. So when people can see and visualize it, they are able or inspired to do it, especially for the guys, to help motivate them to use skincare right now. Otherwise, you are a great speaker for this. I hope you can share this more to other clubs as well to make them aware of this. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much. Both the evaluators, they have given effective evaluations. For the first evaluator, Louis Yap, you did a fantastic evaluation. My only suggestion would be to look at the time management, because you gave the good points and recommendations, but at the end, I think you ran out of time. Otherwise, I would say you have done a good job. Now, distinguished Toastmaster Sukwa, she always does fantastic evaluations. I don't have any comments for her because she has covered all the points, giving the good recommendations for improvements, as well as stating that the speaker has completed the purpose of the project, which is very important for evaluators to look at whether the speakers have completed the purpose of the projects. Now, let me invite the next technical report first, which is 2 to 3 minutes. May I invite Toastmaster Thai Lun, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, General Evaluators. Can you guys hear me before I begin? And thank you everyone for all the very sensational speeches. As a grammarian, myself has learned immensely from all of you. So I'd like to begin my report by first enumerating on the speakers who have used the word of the day. So first, a big thumbs up or kudos to Natalie, who has used the highest number of the word of the day. Go for Yongsan, who has also used the word sensational 3 times. So after that, the rest of the members have used the word of the day for 1 time. So they are Diya, Yishuan, Melati, Mr. Sun, Banu, Juan, as well as our general evaluators, Fatima. So next, I'd like to move on to the grammatical errors that I have observed during the meeting. So this is not personal. So whatever that I'm going to comment just serves as the pointers for you to input your speech. For myself as a beginner, I do have my fair share of mistakes as well. So I'd like to first point out that I heard someone say when you are sad, I think this sentence structure could be improved by saying that imagine you are sad or lonely. And secondly, I also heard one of the speakers who said from 0 to 100. I think the better way to express it would be from 0 to a hero. So, and also, I also heard one of the speakers say something to say something that can comfort you. I think a better way to portray it would be, to get someone that can alleviate your anxiety or to get a shoulder for you to, fire up. So last grammatical or last structural errors that can be improved on would be, I heard one of the speakers also make a tense error. So I think he mentioned what he do. So in fact, I think what to say should be what he did. And also lastly, one of the speakers also mentioned he himself is actually better details. But I think a better use of vocab would be saying that I'm not a meticulous person. So that's all for the grammatical errors. I'm going to end my report by moving on to to mention about the good use of language by our speakers. So because of good use of language, I say that well done, you actually raised the bar of the meeting today. So I'd like to begin by pointing out to Yong-san. I think you have mentioned about become a better version of yourself. And for Melati, you have mentioned about to stay talk on what you are doing. And Mr. Sun, I think one of my favorite speakers of the day. I remember very clearly in the last speech as well, he likes to use rhetoric questions, mean a question that they don't expect answer from you. So what he says is that is it true? Then followed by answer by himself, is not necessary. Great good use of language. And also I like to say point out to Paramesh. Yeah, also a very seasoned speaker. He mentioned about fumbling for words. So fumble means that you are looking clumsily. So in this case, it means for you have difficulty in looking for the words during the speech. And also like to congratulate Juan for telling us about altruistic leadership. So this is a very good vocabulary, which means that altruistic means selfless. You help others without expecting, payback or any forms of remuneration from the people that you help. And also Huiqi, very impressive. You have said a classic example. And also I think you make very good use of jargons. Yeah, I'm from medical background, so roughly I know what you're talking about. So, but anyway, immediately after the jargons, you come up with a very good elaborate on the details. So well done. And lastly, I also you mentioned about $1 million questions.
So it's a good way of, it means very important, yet difficult to answer questions. And lastly, you also say you are what you use. Again, with that, I've concluded my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the comprehensive report. Now, may I invite the next technical report, which is our counter post failures by last minute fit role player by Suiji from Satu Haiti Toastmasters Club. Over to you. Are you there? Suiji?
With me. So here is my counter report. I would like the configuration to our TPE and also our quiz system. The young applicant has any inappropriate word from that. Good job on that. And for those, the speaker, Hailun, our Madam TME, NG Jun to speak Melody very soon and so far had less than 6 times house viewers. I try to sort the counter in short. So for the speaker, like Yushan, you have 1 time so, 2 time and more than 10 times So you have total like more than 10 times number of the house viewers. And also our speaker Yongsan, you have 4 times and 7 times And the last speaker, our first evaluator, Luis, you have 2 times so, 5 times no, 2 times and 4 times and 2 times So also more than 10 times of the number of house viewers. That's all for me. Back to you, our G.
Thank you so much for the report. Now let me invite the timer to give the timing report. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, GE. Wait, share my screen. Okay, this is here is my report. We started the meeting on time at 7:30 p.m. and after the break, we started also on time 8:38. And most of the attendees here have finished their speech within the stipulated time, except for Yongshan, you took 25 minutes, 35 seconds. Parames, you took 8 minutes and 38 seconds. And just now, Tailun, you took 4 minutes, 2 seconds, probably because you're pointing out too many good use of language. And for the table topics, Banu, you a little bit exceed the time which you took 2 minutes and 50 seconds. And last but not least, Luis, you took 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Congratulations, everyone, and back to you, G.
Thank you so much for the comprehensive report from the timer. Now, as we are over time, I'll try to make it very short. I have to say it's been a pleasure being with you, and I loved your agenda. You had everything on the agenda. And it's been a sensational meeting with your games, with your table topics master, and so many things I have not seen in other clubs, like you read out the club mission, which was fantastic. I think it's a reminder to be a good Toastmaster. And you had good, fantastic speakers throughout. I think all of us are still here because your meeting was engaging. Now, a few suggestions from me, just minor. When you introduce the guests, there are 2 types of guests. Now myself, we are visiting Toastmasters, right? Those who are non-Toastmasters, you can call them guests. Otherwise, it can be confusing for the members. I also talked for a minute when you started introducing the visiting Toastmasters, whether they are guests. So if you can define, make a distinction between these two, it would be good. And also we can rename ourselves as visiting Toastmasters. And for the timer, I would suggest throughout all the recordings you do of all the speakers from the beginning to the end, if you could raise your virtual hand so that we can see you on the screen. And also it's important to keep track of time, to time everybody. So when they see the red, then they will start, stopping. Otherwise they will continue talking. And lastly, I would say, I don't know whether it's challenging. You are doing hybrid, and our club also, we have started doing hybrid. It's not so, we don't need expensive items like this. We use phone in my Toastmasters Club in Johor Bahru. We have 2-3 phones. Now, because of the speakers, the way the screen is placed, they keep turning back and looking at the screen. Maybe a simple phone, if you can put on a stand where the speakers can see, it would be helpful for them rather than turning back and looking at the screen. Otherwise, I think it's been a fantastic meeting. I have attended many meetings, but I have to say that I have learned new things from your club, which has not been in other countries or even in Malaysia. That's my observation attending your meeting. So thank you so much, Angie, and she made sure from the beginning communicating with me, providing all the information I needed, asking what any information you need. So you have a wonderful BPE, and you're lucky that you have a very good team there. So I wish you all the best, and thank you once again for inviting me. So let's, applaud yourselves for doing a wonderful, holding a wonderful meeting today. Over to you, Priyami. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our general evaluator, Fatima. Now let us all first have our vote for our best evaluator. Now it's for a much different session, which is the award session. So that's so first, award is the best stable topic speaker this evening is
Louis left already. He left already.
okay, then it's okay. Now the next award is The best speaker for today is
Take that first, later.
Okay.
the best evaluator for the team is our football.
Thank you.
1 second. Jasmine, can you?
Can. Okay, Usman, Suwa. Okay, done.
Thank you, gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed the meeting and I also appreciation to our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Fatima.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2. Wait, one more. 1, 2. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, I hope you have enjoyed the meeting as much as I have been your Toastmaster of the meeting. And now I shall hand control over to the president of the club, Ian.
Thank you very much to our Toastmaster of the East, Natalie. Please give Natalie a big round of applause. Toastmaster of the evening, Natalie today, she actually just get to know she had to fill up the role as a Toastmaster of the evening just right before the meeting. Due to our arranged T&E, she is unwell today. So Natalie actually didn't get to prepare for this role, but she has done a very good job. She has done it from fully. And today, I would like to firstly thank our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Fatima, for accepting our invitations to be our GE for today. We truly value your feedback to our club. Thank you for your feedback for our improvement. And I would like to also thank to all of our ESCO team members for their effort to arrange this meeting and make this meeting happen successfully. I would like to also thank to our role player for today, both external role player and also our internal role player, especially our first timer role player, our grammarian Hairun, our first timer Sergeant at Arm Ishan, and also first timer Toastmaster of the evening, Yong Chan, being the first timer, they have done a very good job. Congratulations. And I would like to announce that our next meeting will be on 3rd of August. Before we end our meeting for today, I would like to invite our guests, perhaps 2 guests, to share how do you find about our meeting today. May I invite our guests on the line? I hope I pronounced your name correctly, on the line. Alice, on the line. Would you like to share with us on how do you feel about our meeting today? Thanks. Thanks. Right, never mind. Can we have our guest? Very here, Derek.
Derek, how do you find about our meeting today?
I think for today I find it very inspirational because we talk a lot, but don't talk. So I actually talk, so it's like yeah, find it very
Thank you. How do you find our meeting today?
regular. After coming here for 3 months, I believe I should have been able to provide a reasonable yet conclusive impression of the meetings. Since Hailun likes question and answer very much, I'm going to give you a question. And of course, I'll give you the answer. The question is, why is it children in general learn faster and more effective than adults? And the answer is not because they are young, they are smart, innocent, or pure, simply because they treat and they look at learning as fun. So having said that, I have no complaints as far as the agenda, the structure, and the flow, timekeeping, the concept. But what is important perhaps for any learning activity, process, or meeting of this nature, processes, agenda, rules, and so on, will only make the participant more functional. But this is a fun. The participant will enjoy the experience, will make them feel sensation. So perhaps it is something that you think about. And if it's more fun, then you put the icing on the top of the cake. Thank you.
To all of our members and guests today for attending our meeting today. I hope to see everyone again in our next meeting. With that, I shall now announce our meeting today is urgent. Thank you, everyone.
Biang, I have an announcement, Biang.
Yeah.
Before we end.
Can you be issued?
Okay. Hello. Hi. To the members. If you join if you visit other Toastmasters Club meeting, you can inform me. You just inform me the date and which club you join. Or if you have the photo, also you can share with me because I want to keep track and I'll put in the VPPR report for this term. Yep. Okay. You can just WhatsApp me. All right. For the members. That's all. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Shazmil. So if our member you do go clubbing, please inform our Shazmil, our meeting club. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I think today is a long meeting.
20 minutes plus. Thank you.
Thank you, Paras. Have a good night. Thanks for the opinion.
Oh yeah, no, because